Guys, welcome to Classic TV Facts and Trivia. Thank you for being here. Today's video is on 6 enchanting facts about Bewitched. The show was inspired by two movies. Witchcraft was in the air in the 1940s and 50s, at least it was on the big screen, where 1942's Veronica Lake starring I Married a Witch, and in 1958, Kim Novak picture Bell, Book, and Candle proved that audiences love stories about beautiful witches in love with ordinary men. And I Married a Witch, Lake's Jennifer is a pretty serious witch. The reincarnation of a woman killed in Salem. She comes back to life to torment the descendant of one of the men who executed her, only to eventually fall for him. Novak's character in Bell, Book, and Candle is a bit closer to Samantha Stevens. Jillian, a normal young woman running an antique shop in swinging 1950s Greenwich Village, happens to come from a family of mischievous witches and finds herself interested in mortal man Shep, played by James Stewart. Both films were owned by Columbia Pictures, which also happened to own production company that created Bewitched. Samantha was almost played by a Broadway star, and Darren was almost played by the other Darren. Now, while it's almost impossible to imagine anyone besides Elizabeth Montgomery dispensing with those magical nose switches, the show almost had a very different star. In '61, Tony winner Tammy Grimes was initially set to play the show's female lead, then named Cassandra, but ended up walking away from the role because she thought the premise was silly. Montgomery, who was then married to the show's producer, William Asher, got the nod, and the rest is history. The role of Darren is even more of a roller coaster, as none other than Dick Sargent was the first in line for the role. Unfortunately, Grimes' departure caused a delay, leading to him accepting another opportunity. The next choice was the real McCoy's Richard Crenna, but he passed as well. The show finally landed on its male lead, Dick York, who would be forced to leave the show at the end of season 5 due to a debilitating back injury, only to be replaced by, Dick Sargent. Elizabeth Montgomery was pregnant in real life during season 1. While Samantha and Darren would eventually become parents on Bewitched, Elizabeth got a head start on her character with a pregnancy of her own during filming of the show's first episodes. Loose clothing and strategic blocking behind furniture and other objects were used to disguise her ever-changing proportions. Her next two pregnancies would be handled much differently, as writers were able to work them into the show to give the Stevens two beautiful children of their own, Tabitha and Adam. The actress who played Gladys Kravitz kept her terminal illness a secret on the set. Gladys Kravitz, the quintessential nosy neighbor, was brought to live a life by the talented Alice Pierce. Relegated to comedy roles due to her disfigured jaw, its growth was stunned when she fell off a playground swing and smashed it when she was 9 years old. Pierce finally got her big break on Bewitched. Sadly, the timing couldn't have been worse, as she'd been diagnosed with an incurable ovarian cancer just 4 months prior. Pierce elected to keep her illness a secret, accepting the job and playing Gladys until her untimely passing in March of 1966. She was posthumously awarded an Outstanding Supporting Actress Emmy 2 months later, and veteran actress Sandra Gould would take over the role of Gladys Kravitz for the rest of the series. Dick York and Agnes Moorehead were BFFs behind the scenes. Even though on the show, Samantha's mother, Endora, played by hilariously abrasive Agnes Moorehead, had a strong distaste for Darren, off camera was a very different story. In fact, Moorehead was closer to Dick York than any of the other cast members. Extremely devout Presbyterian, she respected and related to York's unique sense of spirituality, not to mention his acting talents. Naturally, she was reportedly not at all pleased when York was replaced by Dick Sargent. The Bewitched theme song has lyrics. Believe it or not, a version of the show's iconic bouncy instrumental theme song with lyrics actually exists, sung with swinging style by the legendary Steve Lawrence. This version is slower than the one the fans have heard on the show for decades. The words, however, fit the show to a T. Bewitched, bewitched, you got me in your spell. Bewitched, bewitched, you know your craft so well. Pure musical chat magic. I'd have to hear it. I can't read lyrics and say that's pretty good. The lyrics kind of seem a little bit corny to me, but I'd like to hear it. Anyway, all I got for you guys, I hope you had a good time with me and enjoyed this. I ask you if you had a good time, or even if you didn't, please subscribe. If you have not yet, please like this video. I'd appreciate it. Share it out with your family and friends. Let them know what we're doing here. I would appreciate that as well. You guys have a great day. God bless you. And as always, I'm praying for you.